How's it going, guys? This is part 4 on my 1979 Chevy Camaro restoration series. In this video, we're going to go ahead and start pulling this fender out. The problem I had, well, before that I ran into, is filler was just wiped over this and there was no metal work done to it. I am going to have to re-wipe it with some body filler, but I'm going to try to use a little bit. So to do that, you do have to pull your metal out. So you can see this style line is all sharp, and I know it's not aligned with the door, but I'm gonna have to come back and adjust the fender's height to the door. As you can see, it sticks up a little bit right here, but I know that from right here to right here, it needs to be really straight. Now, when you're filling it, you can feel a bunch of low spots. So what we're gonna do is use this stud gun. I got this from Summit. It's what I use at work quite often. Uses these little studs right here. This little thing kind of acts like a little welder. You just put your stud in there, plug it up. It just uses a standard 3-plug cord that you can plug into anything. So what I'm doing now is filling where it's low, like right here. Put the stud right on it, and then hold it for like a second. There you go, and now it's on there. And so this is a T-handle. This T-handle right here, it's gonna pull this stud. Now when I'm pulling the stud, I'm feeling around it. Right here we got a little high spot. Yeah, right here. So what we're gonna do is pull this, tap this little high spot down, and also tap this just to relieve the stress. So to use this is very simple. Pull on it, tap the little high spot down. See, went down a little bit. I'm going to use the other end on it. There we go. And now that's all we're going to do. So, well, not for the whole fender, but that's kind of the gist of what I'm doing. So I'm going to go around this whole area, find the low spots, pull them out, tap the surrounding high spots, and keep doing this until this fender is repaired the way it should be. So look at this time lapse. It's kind of hard to see because it is bare metal, but a lot of this is feeling. So when you do any kind of metal work like that, it's a lot by the hand instead of visualizing. Now if I didn't strip it, I would have kept most of the paint on here and just grinded to bare metal the areas that I know were low, so I could see how the paint is shaped. But in this case, I have to go a lot by touch. So yeah, so focus on the style line. You're gonna see me go up and down, maybe right here or there, but yeah. So to get these studs off, I use some pliers. As you can see, these are kind of a little curved. All you have to do is grab the head. Here, I'll show you right here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but what you're trying to do is grab the head of the stud just like that. It's kind of hard to do it whenever it's not on the panel, but kind of like right there, you see, just grab the head of it, squeeze. You're not trying to cut it off, you're just trying to get a little bite of the stud, and then you just twist it. Nope, don't pull it off, twist it off. So just grab a good hold, and the wiggle off. Boom. Now, if you're trying to pull it off, you can actually make a hole on it, and you don't want to do that because you're going to have to come back and weld it. So as you can see, look, again, you're just grabbing it, twisting it off, and throw them away because you don't want to pop a tire with those things laying around. So it's very high right here. So instead of being on the style line, I'm going to get right here where it's kind of low. And I know it's low there. I have a glove on just so I'm not touching my bare hand on the metal. I I know I was earlier, but I did notice the deck lid has some rust on where I was closing it with my bare hand. So to prevent rust, don't put your nasty hands on it. It does kind of make it harder to fill sometimes, but in this case, I'm kind of getting a rough estimate. I mean, it's not impossible to fill, but having your bare hand on the panel makes everything feel a little bit better. But in this case, like I said, the damage is pretty severe, so it's kind of easy to really fill. So anyways, it's low right here. So we're gonna go ahead and tap around the surrounding areas. So pull on it. And then fill. Yeah, that feels better. Maybe a little bit right here. Get off, see how that feels. Oh yeah, it's a whole lot better. So now I could see right here, the stone is real sharp. It's kind of low right here. So what we're gonna do is go from right here and gonna put it right there. Go ahead and pull that. Now, when hitting your panel, you don't want to like cave it in, I know it kind of seems like that, but you kind of want to go like you don't want to hit it with all your might, but you also don't want to, it's kind of a little bit more than just tapping it lightly. You just want to put a little pressure into it, but don't cave it, because then you're going to create yourself more damage. That's what you're trying not to do. You're trying to shock the metal into shape, if that makes any sense. And we're gonna fill this area right here. Now this is a very time-consuming process, but this is something you don't want to rush. So now, as you can see, I'm kind of working my way down under the style line. I'm feeling for any low spots. As I'm pulling on those low spots and tapping down any highs. In this area right here, I did find a kind of an eyebrow. Not super high, but still there. So as I'm working my way down, up, tapping down that eyebrow. As I'm cutting off these studs, I'm also, if you notice, I'm kind of going back and tapping down where my previous stud mark was. And this is just to make sure you're knocking down those high spots that you get from pulling the stud. And there you go. That's me repairing my fender. I am going to come back and just tweak it a little bit. I did go back and sand it with 120. Kind of just get rid of the welding marks. I am going to have to come back. I'm probably going to do it off camera and just fine tune this line right here. Like I get it. It's just a bunch of studding and pulling until I get it where it's good. I am going to find my happy medium. I'm not going to struggle too much, but enough for when I wipe filler again, my style line will be just as sharp as this. So thank you for staying tuned in the video. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and possibly get started on the metalwork on the quarter and the door. So thank you for watching.